Hey, little mama. So this is me talking to you, um, but your brothers can certainly get something out of this too, because I want to highlight something that I saw. I witnessed. I bore witness. I was able to be there and see it happen in the flesh. So I want to point that out, and then I also wanted to go back and see if there was biblical scripture that we can learn from on this as well, kind of tying it back to what we're all about being Christians, right? So, what I witnessed was last week I went to your soccer game, and it was against the Ninja Turtles, and you guys ended up in a tie. But you had been having back problems that really put you down, put you out of commission for a while, and I think you strained a ligament or something like that because there was swelling in your back, right near your spine, but it was definitely a ligament. But I could tell very early on in the game that you were in pain and it was causing you discomfort. And part of me wanted to run out and make sure you were okay, but cooler heads prevailed. Luckily, that might have been embarrassing, but for both of us. But I still encouraged you. You know, I would tell you, attack the ball. You know, stop watching, and you'd run in there and you'd bump and bruise with people that were bigger than you, and you still gave them a good competition too. So I noticed you were in pain, but you never asked to come out of the game. It was your coach that saw that you were in pain, and he decided to take you out of the game. And I walked over with your sweater or your coat because it was chilly out, and I wrapped it around you, and you and I spoke, and you broke down. And I know I told you this then, but I wanted to make sure that you would be able to remember your triumphant moment. That at the age of 8, there was a little girl that was in pain on the field, and she suffered through. She endured, and she did what she needed to do, what she was supposed to do. and your brother was able to see that too, and I want him to learn from this as well, because I don't think in his life yet he's experienced something like that. I know he's had something very similar, and him and I talked about it. He played football when he was in pain, but I told him, you're a big guy. You know, that's expected. It's expected of us big guys to work through pain. That's just how it is. But for little girls, it's not always expected. It should be, but it's not always expected, right? I mean, I expected it, but I was still privileged to see it. So I just wanted you to know that. And then kind of looking at it, I thought maybe I'd define perseverance. Perseverance is a verb. If you persevere at something, you keep on trying and do not give up, even if you are faced with obstacles and difficulties. And your obstacle and difficulty was your back pain, and it was keeping you from playing and being comfortable and being able to make certain kicks and certain movements. I saw you favoring your back, and so I knew that it was causing difficulties and discomfort. Right. So in Romans chapter 5, 2 through 4, it says, "And we rejoice in the hope of the glory of God. Not only so, but we also rejoice in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance produces character, and character produces hope." So what's that all about? It's the progress of you as a person. So you at 8 years old are already learning that perseverance, and in turn you're going to learn character, and then character you will go and learn hope. Now I think that to a certain degree you already understand hope because you believe in Jesus Christ, and He's our hope, He's our Savior, right? So Book of Hebrews has something as well. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. "Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us." Right? It's talking about witnesses, like how many people were at that soccer game. You know, whether any of them observed it or even noticed it, I did. And I'm going to point it out to your brother, and he will. So we will have had the benefit of learning from you. And it's just a beautiful thing that at 7 years old, I could be learning from my 8-year-old daughter. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And I was privileged and honored and just blessed to be able to see it. Book of James has a couple things on perseverance. James chapter 1, verses 2 through 4. Consider it pure joy, my brothers, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith develops perseverance. Perseverance must finish its work so that you can be made mature and complete, not lacking anything. What would have happened if you just gave up and were like, take me out of the game, it hurts, or I don't want to play today because my back hurts? You didn't do that, and there might be certain times where you do need to do that. If you have someone who might have heart problems or something, maybe they should not play. If it's going to cause death or something like that, then you probably shouldn't play. But that wasn't the case for you. And you, not only did you decide to play, but you didn't tell anybody that you were in pain either. You gave no indication other than the physical discomfort, the physical appearance. And that was the race that was laid out in front of you. And throughout your life, as a young lady, as a beautiful young lady, as a beautiful Christian young lady, you're going to be faced with all kinds of people that down talk you, that tell you horrible things because of jealousy, because of envy, because people can just be pretty horrible sometimes. It's an unfortunate thing. And I think that when you display that perseverance in any category, I think you witness to them. Okay, somebody being nasty to you, and you just kind of ho-hum it, and I'm sorry you feel that way, and you move on. You're witnessing to them. And believe it or not, whether they choose to say it or not, they probably won't, because pride really beats people back. They will see you walk away and they will think, wow, I kind of looked like the fool out of that one, right? I know, because I've been that fool before, right? And I learned something from that person. And as a young adult or teenager, I moved on and I made sure I wasn't that fool anymore. So you are witnessing. James chapter 1, verse 12. Blessed is the man who perseveres under trial, because when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life that God has promised to those who love him. I used to tell your older brother Dante all the time, I have more respect for the person who struggled their way to success than the person who was spoon-fed success. You'll probably have friends that they never have a trial in life. Everything is just comes so easy to them. And that's great. They have their own testimony that they could witness to people about regarding that, right? How they carry it. One person I look at is Ivanka Trump. She was born a billionaire. And she never was like your normal celebrity. She never ended up with any silly videos of her doing anything that she shouldn't be doing. She went to college. She always got very good grades, and she still carries herself as a very respectable and beautiful inside and out woman. But I really have a lot of value to those people who did have obstacles to overcome, who did have to persevere through a lot of difficulties on their way to success, and they still become successful despite all the setbacks that they've had. So, your brother hasn't had an easy life. You coming from a divorced home, you're not going to have an easy life. So that perseverance for you in particular is very important. Again, in James chapter 5, verse 11, we consider blessed those who have persevered. You have heard that Job's perseverance and have seen what the Lord finally brought him. The Lord is full of compassion and mercy. There's the hope, right? There's the hope that you're working on already that we talked about in Romans chapter 5, verse 2. Is that the Lord is going to give you lots of mercy and grace. And I believe that that's true. I believe that these, iron sharpens iron, and you're iron, Mama. And I was a piece of iron witnessing what you were going through, witnessing your struggle. And you made me a better person, a better man, a better father. And I'm humbled by that I enjoy that. I embrace it. And I think that there would have been no better person for me to witness it from than my princess. Right? God knows the heart that I have for you. He knows how much I love you and how much I cherish you and how much I value you. So me seeing that come out in you and being displayed by you, it just filled my tank of hope. It overflowed it. And I look forward to the next lesson. I look forward to the next opportunity you have to minister to me, to minister to your brother, to your mom, to anybody that's able to be there and see it. So little mama, I love you. I adore you. I hope that you find this video to be a blessing. And I hope that maybe you learned something from me too. Okay. I love you. Be nice to your brother.